Hi, dreamers. One way I've stayed focused as a dividend investor has been to look for milestones and set goals. As you know, I have that ultimate goal of $100,000 a year in dividend passive income that is looming out there. But I also try to break that down into quarterly and yearly goals to keep it interesting and keep me motivated. And when a big number comes along, I like to celebrate it. So today, I'll give you a full portfolio update and celebrate the fact that I've broken over the $80,000 a year mark. Exactly what's my new predicted annual dividend income number? Come on, I'll show you. Okay, so here we are in my spreadsheet, and I've got the ticker symbol, description, quantity of shares, last stock price, current total stock value, the X date and pay dates, the dividend yield, estimated annual income, the sector, the geography, the change in number of stock quantity since about 2 months ago, and then whether or not the stock is a dividend king, dividend aristocrat, dividend contender, or Canadian or UK dividend, aristocrat or king. So taking a look at my top 5, I've got Altria, MO, BCE, VTI, AT&T, and IBM. I've got about $614,000 invested in those 5 companies, which generates approximately $42,000 a year in dividend income. Now you can see that I've actually added to these positions over the past couple of months, and that all of them are either a dividend king, aristocrat, or contender, with the exception of AT&T, because as we know, they cut their dividend for the first time in a while this year. Moving on to my next 5, I've got Realty Income, Philip Morris, Pfizer, Verizon, and Abbvie. These 5 represent about $292,000 and generate about $12,670 in annual income. Across these 5, Pfizer is the only one that I've actually taken some stock down, but it still represents almost $55,000 worth of stock. If we take a look at the next 10, you'll see Chevron, Bank of Nova Scotia, IIPR, Manulife Financial, Duke Energy, Microsoft, Shaw Communications, Ben, Starwood Properties, and MetLife. You can see how many shares I have, the total current value, and how much each one is generating in terms of annual dividend passive income. You'll see a nice mix of sectors and geographies. And you may notice that I've been building up my position in MFC lately. You'll also notice that all of these are dividend king, aristocrat, or contender, with the exception of IIPR and Starwood. Both are REITs. So that represents my top 20 stocks, which adds up to around $1.2 million in investments just in the top 20. Now, I currently have 79 different stock investments. So let's take a look at what's in the bottom half. Okay, my next 10 positions are AQN, Avgo, Citizens Financial, Good, BST, Stag, 3M, Intel, Sunoco, and Pepsi. You can see I've been recently building up my AQN position in addition to adding some to Good, a REIT, and also a brand new tranche of this ETF, which I covered in my recent video on CEFs. All of these positions are between $20,000 and $10,000 and represent about $146,000 in investments, generating about $7,855 in annual dividend income. In the next 10, I have Southern Company, Johnson & Johnson, GlaxoSmithKline, Apple, Prudential, Janus Henderson, Public Storage, Texas Instruments, WP Carey, and Procter & Gamble. These represent about $83,000 in investments and generate about $3,000 in annual income. The next 10 include Qualcomm, Lowe's, Principal Financial, Canadian Imperial Bank, Federal Realty, Getty Realty, Devo, which I covered in my ETF video, UPS, Ennis, and TELUS. I have about $31,000 in investments here, generating approximately $1,300. Next, I have Abbott Labs, Nextra Energy, Cisco Systems, McKesson, General Mills, NVIDIA, BBN, VQN, VTI, and BMY. I've got about $16,500 across these, generating about $420 a year. The rest of my positions are about $1,000 or less, and they include SPHD, Old Republic, JP Morgan, Highwood Properties, Discover Financial, Target, QQQX, Genuine Parts, T. Rowe Price, Toronto Dominion Bank, VU, Zoetis, Royal Bank of Canada, VGT, Exxon, Cardinal Health, Medtronic, SCHD, and Wells Fargo. Altogether, I've got about $14,500 in these bottom 19, which brings me to my total dividend income of $81,823.04, with a current yield of 5.45, a total stock quantity of 33,146, and a total portfolio value of $1.5 million, $2,401.48. Now, to put this number into perspective, back in February, I posted a video showing my portfolio value at $1.5 million and $50,000. So given the drop in the stock market, I've lost a little less than $50,000 since then. Not too bad, given the dramatic drop in stock values this year. In addition, remember, only half of my dividends have been reinvested this year, as I've taken the other half as income, as I talked about in my recent Confessions video. So how does this look in terms of sectors and geographies? You can see the sector breakdown here, with about half in utilities, real estate, infotech, industrials, healthcare, and financials, and the other half in communication services, consumer staples, energies, and various others. Most of my portfolio is still US based, but I've significantly grown my Canadian exposure, which was a goal of mine in 2022. And, of course, I maintain my long tail strategy, where about a quarter represents my top 3 positions, and 3/4 represents the other 76 positions. And there you have it, my new predicted annual dividend income of $81,823. It feels good to be getting closer to that $100,000 a year goal. Thanks for spending time with me today, and as always, I encourage you to do your research, then implement and learn by putting it into practice. And as a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, so keep in mind these videos are for entertainment and inspiration only. I'll see you on the flip side.